You're watching PNN, the Parody News Network.
Hello and welcome to PNN. I'm Howard Lee Lyon. We have breaking news at the top of the hour. A local teenager has fallen deep into a coma after being struck on the head earlier today. A lot of unanswered questions surrounding this one. For more on the story, we go to senior correspondent Lullaby League. Lullaby?
That's right, Howard. Tonight, friends and family can only look and pray as 11-year-old Dorothy Gale lies unresponsive and sepia-toned in her bed. Reports indicate that Gale had earlier in the day attempted to run away from home, but encountered fortune teller Professor Marvel, who convinced her that her family, particularly her aunt, needed her. She arrived home just as a cyclone hit, which blew open a window that hit her on the head and caused her current condition.
Lullaby, is there any indication of why Ms. Gale wasn't in a storm cellar when the cyclone came through?
To be honest, Howard, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to questions about what happened here. We're told that Dorothy's aunt, uncle, and several farmhands were all in their storm cellar, yet none of them seemed concerned about Miss Gale's whereabouts during this dangerous and terrifying time. Moreover, they locked the storm cellar door, leaving Miss Gale to her own devices. In the end, Miss Gale might have been safe in her bedroom, but then why weren't the windows secured to ensure that no one would be struck by them in high winds? And considering the dangers of concussions and brain bleeds, why wasn't Gale taken to the hospital? Why wasn't a doctor called for? It makes you wonder why Miss Gale's parents, wherever they are, would leave her with such negligent family members. We'll keep on top of this story as we seek more answers. Howard?
Okay, thank you, Lullaby. We'll check back with you in a bit. Right now, we're going to go live to senior correspondent Tim Woodsman, who has more details on Miss Gale's activities earlier in the day. Tim, what can you tell us?
Well, Howard, it would seem that the events of today were triggered by a criminal complaint from a Miss Elmira Gulch, a neighbor of Gale's, stating that Gale's dog Toto had bitten her on the leg. After verifying the dog bite with local medical professionals, the sheriff issued an order to have the dog destroyed. Miss Gulch then made her way to the farm to retrieve the animal.
I'm sorry, Tim. Did you say Miss Gulch went to retrieve the dog?
That's correct.
Isn't that something that the sheriff should have done or had animal control handle?
Well, from what I'm told, Miss Gulch assured the sheriff that she had a wicker basket on her bicycle in which to secure the animal, and that was considered sufficient.
Fair enough. Then what?
Well, there was evidently a shouting match between Miss Gale and Miss Gulch, who, it's worth noting, in addition to owning half the county, has a reputation as a bit of a witch. Miss Gale evidently took her aunt and uncle's reluctance to support her as a betrayal, and that's the reason for her decision to run away.
Okay, Tim, one last question before I let you go. Is the dog all right?
Yes, Howard, the dog is just fine.
Okay, thank you, Tim. We're going to take a look at Twitter right now. A tweet coming in from Elmira Gulch's confirmed account that reads, quote, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too." This is followed by two emojis, one of fire and one of a scarecrow. At this moment, we don't have confirmation that this is related to today's events or what fire scarecrow might mean, but we'll stay on top of that. Right now, let's go to our correspondent, Joe D. Garland, with some breaking news. Joe.
Thank you, Howard. I'm just getting word now that after some very tense moments, Dorothy Gale has regained consciousness. I'm being told that the extent of her medical treatment was a cold washcloth on the head, but regardless, she is awake.
Excellent news, Joe. Tell me, is there any indication that Ms. Gale might have suffered any brain damage?
Well, Howard, she claims that she was transported to a mythical land called Oz, where she was put on a quest to find the Wizard of Oz. Along the way, she encountered an anthropomorphized scarecrow, lion, and Tin Woodsman, whatever that is, and that she ran afoul with someone called the Wicked Witch of the West. After sequences to follow that seemed to pad out the story, she was informed that the ruby slippers she was given at the beginning of her adventure could have returned her home at any time, and that, in fact, when she clicked the heels together, she was returned home immediately. So no, it does not appear that there was any brain damage. Howard, back to you.
Okay, Joe, thank you. We'll keep an eye on this story and bring you any updates as we receive them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You've been watching PNN, the Parody News Network.